Hello, my name is Resilan, and welcome to Satisfactory. In this episode, I'm going to take you through some additional changes we've made to our plant. Now, starting with our concrete plant. The concrete plant has been removed, torn down and rebuilt. You'll notice it has the same style as my other buildings with the steel on there. Probably redo the ceiling on this. This is not the standard ceiling that I have with the fix-it things on it, and I will most likely end up redoing that. I don't like this, so I will put a different roof on it, but I'm going to show it at this point and where it is. We may come back to the finished product at some other point. But what I did was I've got another, I came over here on the side and I found another concrete node. Well, I knew it was here, but I brought the concrete over here. This in here is being brought out at 240 parts per minute, 200% overclocking. I'm bringing this limestone around over here. I'm also combining it with the limestone here at 240 and the one up there at 240. I'm bringing that down here and I'm load balancing that and then feeding that into two different lines of, we've got different, the production going down through here. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 on each side. So that's a total of 16. So this is producing 240 concrete per minute, and you can kind of see that as it comes out on the line there. That's a 270 belt, and you'll notice that it's mostly full. It's not completely full, and as you would expect, 240 comes out. I do sink what's left of that and then run that over there into my storage facility that's on the other side of this, this little area right here. So that's the reworked concrete plant. That I have went from producing 120 per minute to producing 240 per minute, and so that was an expansion that was done there. Now over here, where the copper plant is, I have started a little small building that this is going to produce stators on this floor, and it's going to produce motors on this floor. I'm not done with that. We'll come back to it when I'm done with that. As you will notice, as you're paying attention, there is a train track there. That's going to be the primary part of what we talk about here, part of what I go through in this video. This right here is my rotor factory. Now the rotor factory, if we come down here, and let's try to slow this down a little bit so we can better control this. Coming into the rotor plant, we have rods and screws, and you can see there's quite a bit of screws coming in because these things require. This is using the rotor recipe. This is using the standard rotor recipe using rods and screws. We got 100 screws per minute, 20 rods per minute that are producing rotors, and I have 4 of these. So I am producing 16 rotors per minute in this little small factory, and the rotors are being routed out once they come out around the building and onto the bus and sent over to the storage facility as well. Now, at some point in time, I will need to route these rotors, some of these rotors, over to that building over there, and I'm not done with that yet, so we will do that. Now, the other part, the train. The train is over here, and we will catch it on the next loop as it comes back around. Well, maybe not, actually. I was going to say we would catch it on the next loop, but I don't think we will. I have a train facility here. I've got 3 bays, for bringing in items over here. These will be for dropping items off in this area. And then I've got a little turnaround that I have built down here. Now, this railway will go all the way around the map when I'm done. I will point out that I do not have any signaling installed yet. Right now, I only have a single train going back and forth. And in fact, at the moment, as you're looking at the plant right now, it's not even bringing any items around. There's nothing coming into this particular area yet via the train, but the train is being brought across. Now, the point for the train is that I have other items on the other end of the Rocky Desert where it heads into the Spire Coast. We are producing steel plates. We're producing steel beams, steel pipes, steel beams, encased beams. On the way over there, you will also notice that there is a plant that is producing silicone and crystal, and so that will also need to be brought via rail back over here to the starting area so that we have all of our building items in one area. The other thing that we'll have to think about is that right there is producing, that's my quick wire plant. It's producing quick wire and AI limiters at the moment. We will need to think about how we bring that item in also into the facility. Now, the road here that we're kind of following is that we've had this road for some time, ever since we built our steel plant. And on the side of the road, I have just put this the rail track, and it's coming down into here. As we come around the curve here, you can kind of see that I've got a secondary train station sitting in front of my steel plant. I route the train down here. It routes into the lower level that's going underneath this, and I've got a plant here. Now in this plant here, I'm going to be picking up several things. I will be picking up the steel items that are coming out of the steel plant. I will be picking up the quartz items coming out of the quartz plant. And then if you remember up here in the distance, you can just see it in the distance here. And if I go into photo mode and then zoom in, go the correct direction with my scroll, you can see that is my starter oil processing that's up there on the hill. What do we have there? We have rubber and plastic. So when I'm done, I intend to use one of these train cars to be bringing steel items back to my storage facility, and I will use the other train car for the quartz items and one train car for the oil items. Bring all of those items back to my other starting area over there and put that into my storage facility so that I have them all in one place. Now, as I was looking at this, just as a reminder, we don't need that. No trees to be sawed here. This is my starter steel plant, and what we'll be working on in the next episode is we're going to tear this entire thing down and rebuild it. We will be rebuilding it to consume more and build more steel products. We need more steel products than what we have coming out of there, so we will be producing a lot more steel when we're on the next iteration, combining the coal with the steel. Now, when we built this plant, the maximum belt we had was 240, and we had these coal nodes over here. So we're going to redo this with larger capacity belts and produce more items coming out of that building. So that'll be in the next episode. I want to thank you for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series and seeing what I'm doing with my plant. If you are enjoying the videos, please hit the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. I post these videos once a week, and each week you can kind of see the progression, the changes that my plant has undergone, and we'll catch you next time.